bro.
Guys, I thought that was streaming too.
Good conversation.
Right, that's what I mean. We be listening.
That's all I didn't even think about it.
I was thinking, shit. Well, I want to throw this down for a little bit. I know you stayed in the background.
After I was rapping, I'm all in the groove.
True. Even if you did for a little bit.
You gotta get this
Are we able to stream while we do the podcast?
Say again.
Like stream like Twitch while we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, I can run like I got different
Facebook, YouTube,
I gotta get my fucking social media shit right.
It's
Working on it.
It's
Doing all my shit.
It's funny. I'm learning about the social media. I work one thing at a time. We're tracking off something at 10 times. It's weird. Unless you already like a household name, like a Chris Brown or somebody.
You gotta learn that shit, bro. The second person on that I was singing this shit.
I heard this. This is about I swear this is one of my favorites.
This nigga really awesome and really
I definitely heard it.
his numbers be bomb. I think he got my man's got 70K off this one song, and it was off the iPhone 13.
Get into it.
Truly. You got a couple.
You know who's got a nice little podcast too?
Who's that?
Young boy, he from the hill. He was Wham now. We tall though. Hawthorne.
Light skin.
Yeah, like brown skin.
He's super tall.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about.
He got like the different color hair, like a ginger. Yeah, ginger.
Just that dude.
What's the young boy's name? Yeah, Hawthorne. His last name Hawthorne. What is this podcast? I forgot what his podcast.
He's a new person?
He with Whammo right now though. He definitely with Whammo, but he got his own little podcast out there. He booming right now too.
You been part of one of them?
Stephon Hawthorne.
Man, hold on. What it do, everybody? It's the Cap Podcast, man. Saying if you don't know, man, I'm rolling up over here. Blow something up, spark something up, pour something up. Got your boy Sean in the building. If you don't know, we got Millie Mills in the building, your host. And I'm saying we got a little guest. He's gonna chill with us for a little bit, you know. Drew, I'm saying let you introduce yourself for a little bit while you chill with us.
A lot of y'all know me. Wisdom by Drew podcast. We in the building.
Here you go.
Turning up with the Cap podcast.
Here you go.
It's coming through support, show some love, you know.
Drew.
We don't got that much. People don't show each other love like that.
Not at all. We gonna have some shit where people can sit in it. That's what I'm working towards. Having the people sit in on the podcast, having food there, having drinks there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the smoke there. We're gonna saying I got here a little late. I'm saying car battery situation, but usually the food will be here. We'll be eating pre-gaming before we even go live.
It's like vibe.
It literally, I'm saying you was chilling with bro for a minute, but it literally would be that food, drinks, smoking, and we'd be turned up for a minute. But we gonna kick this shit off. I'm saying if you ain't seen the title, Wise Decisions, we most definitely there's actually questions there too. If none of y'all even seen the questions yet, I'm saying I'm actually going to ask some questions too. I'm saying we're gonna give all of our answers, opinions, and go from there. We might have some conversations, we might have some discussions. We're gonna throw in a couple of different local sounds, local beats, just some beats in general. And let that shit ride out for you. Like I said, it's a Cap Podcast, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this joint. And as y'all know, man, every Sunday, it might not be 9, it might be 10, it might be 11. Y'all already know we turn up. I try to stay 9 o'clock all the time. But no, wise decisions though. Like, I'm saying before you get out on us, I'm at least have to ask you one, bro, before you get out on us. So, what is I'll ask you, what does wisdom mean to you? What does wise mean to you? Because I see wisdom is in your name of a podcast.
Exactly. When you talk about wise decision, I'm just gonna speak from experience because I always inhabit emotional intelligence is wise decisions. And the reason why I think it's wise decisions, emotional intelligence, because we could be in a situation and at the split second we could be out here fighting or doing anything. But think if in that one split second we take the time to think about what we're about to do before we do it.
Right.
That's why having emotional intelligence, you better pop off on somebody, Somebody say something disrespectful, I get it, we in the bar, we drinking. That went outside, might end in a fight, it might end in, gunshots. But if you just take that one little split second to be like, man, if I do this, I'm gonna be up to wait. I got a family taking care of right now. And then if you start thinking rationally, it sounded a little bit cliche, like okay, and all right, man, we alpha males and we got a type of ego to uphold, But they ain't thinking about that at that time. We just want to go. We ready to, get out here and let it all out for 10 seconds of fame, but for 30 years of your life could be gone. That's split second. So definitely that emotional intelligence, what I really had to work on. Actually, I went to therapy to get that thing right. Sure. I had it bad for a minute. I'm ready to snap off on anybody for anything, anytime, wherever I'm at. It be like that. So definitely, I think that's one way to really be wise in decision making. Emotional intelligence.
I like that. I was gonna say, bro, what do you have any take on that? Like, what does a wise decision mean to you, or what does having wisdom mean to you?
Wisdom is something that you can't be bought. You just gotta go through the full experience to get the wisdom. You can't just wake up and really have wisdom unless you've really been through something, or you've seen it. You learned something through somebody else. You could always do that too and get wisdom. Learning from other people's mistakes, just to try to dodge the obstacles of life. There's always something that's going to happen that's out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you could learn from other people and learn from your experiences, you'll have wisdom to take you forward.
I agree with both of you, actually, because I'm saying there's different aspects that we, gain to have wisdom or, get wise decisions, have wise decisions from. Whenever we, like you said, encounter things that we've seen from other people that we have to decide on ourselves if that's something that we want to partake in or if that's something that we want to do. As well as, what did you say?
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. That's another thing, because I actually say, like, a lot of our emotions come down to certain decisions that we take. That could be, all right, if I react or respond this way, will this lead me down this way? Will I go to jail? Will I die? Or will I actually overcome what I'm trying to do? And that's when it comes down to that wise decision that we had. I know from a lot of experiences as well that I still encounter, or I have encountered to this day, that I have to be wise on doing or deciding on being part of, because a lot of things that we deal with in life nowadays have to be wise. We're not kids, we're not young anymore. We have to really be decisive about what we want and what we're doing. And without that, then we'll be going into a direction where I would say it's not wise. And we will start going and feeding off of emotions that will cause us to do things that aren't, I would say, relevant to what we should be doing. That's what I got from it. I'm saying, if y'all have any take from any of what we've been saying, you could say something. I like that. You said emotional. What a big one.
Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence.
It's funny. It's something like I said. It's funny. There was a point in time when I ran for a council seat in the Keys Roxborough, right?
Okay.
I was the committee representative down there for the borough for 4 years, the whole term. But it's funny, on the campaign trail, there's a lot of racist stuff going on. So that's when I really had to bury the hatchet with myself. Like, I could punch one of these motherfuckers in the mouth. I could do that. That's the easy way out there.
Right.
Or I could just deal with this and try to win this election and show these motherfuckers that I could do this shit. And I could show these young men, because at the time I had got full custody of my son. So at the time I was trying to show my young kid how to be a young man. You know what I mean? And the only way I could do that, it got to be somebody our color. No offense, but I feel like a white man can't show a young black kid how to be a young black man because they never experienced what he went through and what he's going through. You know what I mean? And all we think we could do is be a rapper or go play basketball. I was trying to show these kids in my neighborhood, like, no, we can do something else. We can do something a little different. You know what I mean? Even though it's funny, I've been in jail. I did the little dumb shit when I was young. But then when I got older and I found some purpose, I mean, which was raising my son by myself, when I found that type of purpose, I was able to tap into a different side of me that I never knew existed. You know what I mean? So at that time, I'm like, man. Again, I could punch one of these motherfuckers in their mouth because they racist. They all type of niggers and you know what I mean, all types of the shit that we hear all day and every day. But at the end of the day, if I would have went that easy route, I can show these young men that there's other shit we can do and there's other experiences you can have out here other than being. I mean, it's cool to be a basketball player. I know it's pretty dope.
Right, yeah.
It's pretty dope to be a rapper. You know what I mean, I ain't taking that away from nobody, but that's not the only thing we can do.
No.
And I'm making emphasis to it. That's not the only thing we can do. There's other shit out we can do. There's other professions, there's lawyers, there's doctors that we can tap into that we just don't, because I feel like we see the local guys in the neighborhood that's good in basketball and one of them make it and it's like, okay, that's the board. That's the only board. Like, okay, he like that, but that's not really what I'm into. So I can go a different route and make my own way. You know what I mean? And I think once I figured out and tried to make shit purposeful out here for myself, I mean, find who truly I am and what my purpose is about here on earth, I was able to differentiate. Like, okay, he's a beast at basketball. I got the gift of the gab. I can talk to people. You know what I mean? What I really want to do, my passion is I want to go all over the world and tell my story. You know what I mean? My story. I've been a single dad since my son was 6 months. My son be 9 in July. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that experience that I have, but I want to learn how to make that lucrative for myself so I can go all around the world and talk to people worldwide about what I've been through. And because at the end of the day, I don't like to say it because I don't want to take nothing away from others, but I'm a full-time mom. You know what I mean? And I've been doing this shit for a long
I
time.
was gonna say, females be saying they the dad too.
Exactly. And I still don't like to share the light on it because I feel like I'm his dad.
No.
Even though his mom, I mean, he talks to her on the phone every now and then, but she's not around full time.
Right. You have the majority of the responsibilities.
I get up to get his school clothes for school in the morning.
Right.
I make sure the kid eat. I make sure he got a roof over us and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a little different. A lot of guys our age ain't even trying to participate.
Hell no.
I know I'm running my mouth.
No, you good, bro.
This thing went out on me real quick.
Yeah, bro. You were speaking of shit because I'm saying I'm not disagreeing at all. I'm sure we all was agreeing too, listening from being sitting in and people actually sitting in the back listening. But a lot of this shit that you're saying isn't false. That shit's completely true. Like, and I'm saying I actually feel like we need more people, more leaders to guide us in more directions than what we already know. Like how you said, basketball, football, rapping. Like we know the basics, but yet if we can actually help the younger, our younger kids or the younger generation to look at, okay, maybe get into stocks. Shit, like maybe that kid by the time he's 21 can actually probably have like 6 figures.
Definitely.
And he understood the game from just you going through all of the shit. You can ask me. You can ask me. Yeah. But and another thing that you said too that I wanted to speak on too was when you said a white man not being able to raise a black child. Like, and that, I'm sure I actually got into an argument with a couple of females about that shit too. There's just a lot of things that go into that.
That's why I wanted to put a disclaimer on stuff. That wasn't a racist statement.
It's
just,
not.
It's just the truth.
It is the truth.
And you know, people are so like different out here in this world that you're sensitive. Exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. Sensitive, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this is okay." They're pulling a race card, but I think it's a fact. Like, I can't really look at a white man and be like, "This is where I came from," and I could really learn. I could probably learn something from you, but it's like not my heritage. So I really don't know how pure your intentions is with what I'm going through in any particular moment in my life, because we're not really from the same place.
But that's just like I'm saying, if a black man raising a white child, I'm sure that white child is still going to think of his rights and his privileges, being white, and that's something that in schoolers they teach us certain shit. Our history is being taught a certain way. And I feel like that's also another thing too, because in city schools they only teach you a certain curriculum, just like how private schools will teach you more than what you should already know or what you're supposed to know. City schools will only teach you a certain limit to things that they want you to know for society or where we're at in society. Because nowadays there's only rich and poor, and they're out of thinking what poor or affordable people can only go to city schools, and the rich can only they can make them payments every month that people that are making do trying to pass time to get their child through schooling like that. When I was a child, I didn't realize that until I got older and found out how much school was for kids. That's just wild. Like, daycare was something, but school was another thing. And then I'm saying I had to start understanding, like when I went to college, like these are some things that we have to be appreciative of having, because a lot of us don't want to go that route, don't feel we need to go that route, or there's nothing out of that route that we go. So it all becomes like a waste. And a lot of people feel like, okay, well, since I'm not going to school, there's going into trades. I'm saying a lot of people go into rapping, or people trying to figure something out in their life, and it's flipping cribs, Airbnbs, like hair. Like I'm saying, I brought females on that do hair, eyelashes, nails, the whole nine. But whatever your hustle is, I pretty much try to keep people pushing to that, because like we don't have no guidance really. I feel like there's no strong guidance here in our city. We don't have no real hope to look up to with people or ourselves. And like what I'm saying, like who can you actually say is like a leader in our city that people here look up to?
I mean, I got like.
Well, I'm saying
I got a neighborhood hero. I'm gonna tell you about that. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Icor Clothing Brand. I'll give you some love. His name is DK, but he was one of my mentors growing up.
That's what's up.
He's like a father figure. My dad was up in the penitentiary for about 15 years.
I always wanted to hear his story.
So, but he like since I was younger, like he was one of them guys that worked at the little programming kid, like after school programs and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was younger and stuff, and he used to make sure I was good. You know what I mean? And I think that was the first inkling of me seeing what a man is supposed to, a black man is supposed to look like, or a black man is supposed to, live up to something. You're supposed to go to work hard, make sure you take care of the community. He gave me that feel. So when he started doing the Icor stuff, and then he branched out to his little business at the clothing line and popping, it inspired me. So every time I sit down with somebody and they ask me that question, he was that guy for me. It made me see something different. Oh, there's a possibility, even though I was doing other stuff that I hadn't been as doing. He said, let me see, like, there's the other side to this. Like, there's a possibility that you can do something that is different. And we get flack for that, because being different ain't, like, people don't like different.
Not at all.
Even, like I said, now, like, nowadays, if I try to give a couple of young boys advice, it sounds hypocritical because I did this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it sound like I'm, but I just try to give them some information. I don't really try to do much lecturing to them. Bro, I've been there and I've done that. The only benefit package with this, bro, is death or jail. What you want to do?
True.
That's our 401k plan if you want to do this shit.
That's me. Definitely.
Now it's harder to do the right thing, but I'm telling you, on this path, you're going to live a little longer. You're going to be able to experience some things that, that other people ain't experiencing. Because, like, we lost people. I know y'all probably lost some cats at 15, 16, 17. You know what I mean?
Right. It was that.
Crazy. So maybe if you try to do this right thing, like I said, without sounding a little hypocritical and like I'm a little preachy, maybe if you want to do this right thing, try it. You never know. Then leave it at that. Exactly. And if I could help, like I said, I'm not gonna help a million people, but if I could at least help one kid, that'd make a difference. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna help everybody because everybody can do their own thing. I know when I was that age, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Not at all.
You couldn't tell me nothing. So when I got older, I'm like, man, like they gonna be on the same stuff. But there's like one or two kids that is like me curious about a good side. You know what I mean? Even though it's some bad, I got wrong with some people. I ain't gonna even lie. I was doing some dumb stuff I ain't no business doing. Fucked up relationships and stuff.
Right.
But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to try to mend, not actually like physically trying to mend it, but I'm trying to do stuff to put me in a position like, damn, I know I didn't get bad. I was young at the time, but now I'm trying to get right. Well, whoever it might be, So, like I said, it's part of growing. Like you said experiences. Have experiences and shit. Like, damn, that wasn't the best judgment. You know what I mean? And now I'm switching it up a little bit now, and just trying to be a little better. That's all. That's all we could do, right?
Yeah, if you keep doing the same shit over and over, it's literally insane. You feel me? Like, you won't get the same results. Choice is up to you, man. You all got free will in this world.
Exactly.
That's true. Each one teaching, man. I'm gonna try to help one person.
Sure.
Each one teach one. Just imagine if all three of us black men can get 10 of our friends each to be on the same way.
Right.
It'd be powerful, bro.
That's why we doing this. That's why we trying to reach out.
That's why
We're out there, man.
You know what that is? That's a high mark.
Yeah.
That's like owning a high mark. Like we got a group of us and we're able to put something together and
Right.
build a whole brand or something.
That's powerful.
Because you can't tell me America wasn't founded on drugs. They just found a way to make this thing legit.
Yeah.
You know,
That's all. That's it.
Like,
I think about that every day. Like every single
We
day.
try to hide shit and shit is getting exposed and you can't only hide so much, man.
True.
The truth is, and they always gonna come to light, man.
and then the scariest thing is what you know could get you killed, you know?
Which we know.
Can get you killed. So it's funny, like I hear Baby say it all the time. Like he didn't see man Kurt, now he got a couple mil. We be saying it all the time. Like, but am I gonna risk this? My son got everything he want. I got everything I ever wanted. My baby mom took care of, everybody's taking care of, my family taking care of. Am I gonna risk this? Then the strong ones who did it, did it. You got the Martin Luther Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The civil rights leaders.
Powerful.
They did because of what they know, you know what I mean? And they weren't scared to put that out there.
Exactly. They stood for something. It wasn't, you know what I mean? They didn't die for nothing.
Exactly.
You feel me?
So that's why I walk that fabric. Like I said, like there's a small fear in me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just like thinking like, dang, I might say something to trigger the wrong motherfucker.
I think about that shit all the time. It could be something that I say, something that I could offend someone by. Like we never know.
Who's listening, who's watching,
Exactly.
who's observing. Exactly.
Like I'm saying, we not actually trying to actually offend anyone. We actually trying to inspire and open, open up the lights for people.
We gonna supplement we got something for them. We gonna get them people, man. Just gotta keep grinding and keep working.
Consistency.
Trying to, you feel me?
Consistency is everything.
Right back, like you said.
Consistency is everything. That's why, like I'm saying, that, if I could have you come back on, or once we get the other location down pat, have this down pat really going. So we'll have the females going on with us as well. We'll all be mic'd up. Yo. See you on YouTube. That must be you, Kayla. What's up, Kayla? Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube and Twitch, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Share that, John. It's the Cap Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I finally brought the music back in the background for y'all. That's the first time I did this in a minute. But y'all might enjoy the tunes again. Have more for y'all. We got Sean Legend in the building. We got Millie Mills. We got Wisdom by Drew Podcast in the building.
Yeah.
So just soaking up the vibes.
Trying to reach out, trying to get connected with people, man. Trying to network.
Whatever y'all do, man. Tap in.
Entrepreneurs, whatever.
What y'all do, tap in. If you flip, you selling, you selling here. Let me rephrase that. Not just selling anything. Oh, she know you? Kayla.
Who's Kayla? Look, Mr. Drew, all grown up. Oh, who are you, Kayla?
Kayla. They don't know you, Kayla. I'm gonna tell them.
I gotta see her picture. I don't know. That bad. I might know you to see you.
See your face. I don't know. But man, share this, John, man. Everybody that's actually listening to them, share this, like this, subscribe this. Every Sunday, the Cap Podcast. We always got somebody different. I'm saying me and Bro been here. Me and Sean Legend holding it down for the Cap. But if you trying to tap in, do some work, man, hit us up. I'm saying, even hit Wisdom by Drew Podcast if you even trying to tap in.
Hit me up. We trying to collab. I ain't no, you know what I mean? Ain't no competition. This is some vibing. We in the same room of life. We trying to live a little bit. And Wisdom by Drew Podcast is, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speak a little bit about that.
So my motto is, I'd rather fail than have regrets. And I'm gonna take y'all deeper through that. So failure means you at least made an attempt to try something new. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Regret is you never got started. So you regret it now, like, oh, I should have did that. I always should have. So that's why that's the lifestyle that I got. I'm the type that'll go to Houston without a plan. No house, no crib, live in my car for a month or two, chasing my dream.
Right.
If I fail, I fail. I know I made a good attempt to get out there and try to handle my business. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting here. I know I should be in Houston right now, but I just never went. Now I'm like, it's called procrastination, bro. We do it all the time.
Damn,
And man, put them jeans on you real
I
quick.
can't believe you just said that. Because that's my life. That's like what happened.
Bro, that's all our lives. I'm sure.
Yeah.
We think that just because it's similar to us, we're like,
Right.
oh, that's my life. No, bro, I procrastinate a whole lot.
Right.
But that's why I adopted that. You know what I mean? I adopted that, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna fail. Even if I fail,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna have no regrets of it. I'm gonna go for anything I'm gonna go for in this lifetime because that's just how I had to program myself. Because like you said, just go through so much, we procrastinate about a whole bunch. But in the end, we be living with that regret. Like, I should have did this. You was like, oh, I should have did that. I should have did this. I should have did that. A million and one things. You gotta get started. Y'all got a platform. Y'all got started. So y'all gotta live regret about this. Like, I should have started a podcast back in 1985.
Right.
That's how the old heads be in the bar all the time. I'm like, and that's where I was in the bar and I'm talking to an old head. And he's just telling me, like, boy, I used to be a beast in basketball.
Right.
What happened?
Yeah. They always told you about what they was before.
Exactly. And at the time, I was in a place of that. So I'm like, how could I uplift myself? Because sometimes you gotta big yourself up, make yourself feel a little appreciated about the shit. Even though you ain't where you want to be, it's like,
believe in yourself.
I came far enough.
Yeah.
I'm still alive, I'm still living, I still got breath in me.
Yeah.
So I'm
Here
gonna make
for
it
a
shape.
reason.
I'm gonna make something shape. Period. There ain't nothing to it.
Here for a reason, yo.
No facts.
Somebody's trying to promote the channel. We got promoters coming on, looking at it.
Yes.
That's what's up. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man,
We're
everybody.
gonna link up with y'all for sure.
Everybody will, man, like that, Joe. Like brother said, man, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share that, Joe. Man, friend us.
Oh, she took it back. She known me since I was little.
I was about to tell you.
You know what's funny? It's funny? I was in a play called Annie when I was in elementary school. And I was Daddy Warbucks.
I was trying to think about where that shit was from.
Annie, the little daddy. That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
Hey, I need to see you now, Kayla. Hey, Kayla, I need to know your picture. Because Cause you know me from the mud days.
That's funny as hell.
From the days when I had a big head, little body, you know.
No, she's been wanting to come on. She's been wanting to come on. I've been waiting to bring her on. We're gonna have something.
She coming from them days, so I feel crazy.
She be calling her. She know everybody. With her best friend. Tiana.
I know Tiana. Tiana used to live on Center Avenue. Facts.
Well, he gotta know you, man.
Facts. That's crazy. She said you was dating Warbucks.
I was gonna say I did.
It was a fifth grade play. Facts was the fifth grade play.
I did one play in my life.
I was when I remember. I mean, I did the whole CLO stuff, man. I did Lion King. I did Holes. I did Venom Center.
I wanted to do.
I was in the room with that.
I wanted to do Holes. Holes was up there. Holes was cracking.
It's funny. I got a story for that. It's a little bit off topic, but if you don't mind, I'll share it. So it's funny. You know, Tyler Perry built that whole mega studio.
Yeah.
I think he was in London. Like I went over there. I sat over there for like a week, just to, like hoping I seen, so I could try to get on and then pitching my stuff. I definitely, that's a story of mine that like I always say, like, I mean, like I'd rather fail. I stayed there for a week, bro. Like I had a little bit of money, I had a little bit of gas. I ended up getting I got a little job for like a little week down there, and some money to come back home. In fact, after it just didn't happen in a week, he was gone. So, I mean, I looked like at first they don't really show their location; it's not safe. But I seen like pictures of him. You know what I mean, in London. I'm like, oh, he's not even in the country.
Hey, you trying to see him? That's funny. You ain't the only one.
But I definitely, for my dream, I definitely did some stuff that you're like, he did that. Really try to stretch it out, and that's what I really did, because I was fighting for something. You know what I mean? And I think that was my first love, the acting thing. You know what I mean? Before I fell in love with this, I had a therapist, and it was like very therapeutic or conversations. And I'm like, what can I do to just keep a conversation going? Podcast. You know what I mean? Even though I ain't the 100% goal is just the start of having a type of platform that I can grow into something. So I want to do. I want to go all over the world. I don't know if you ever heard of TED Talks and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to go all over the world and talk to people. You know what I mean? Just tell them my story. I want to sell my story.
Right.
You know what I mean? What way to start off by trying to podcast and get out there, build some type of small brand for yourself.
Yeah.
So I grew like maybe like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I mean? So it's gradually growing, but I mean not as much as I want. But
Right. Yeah.
I'll take a little bit of progress when it comes.
Yeah. For real. It's better than no progress.
Definitely better than no progress. So yeah, that's a little story that I got.
That's what's up.
Definitely sit out there a week, bro.
Everything.
Sometimes hungry, bro.
That's funny as hell that you said Dougie and shit, because what Dougie does is just he's going to school for.
And that's one of my best friends too. That's crazy. He be on top of movies and everything.
And he does. That nigga be there, bro. He be at the scene, bro. He did a couple of this shit.
He be filming a lot of Netflix. Actually, it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm in the Mary Kingston. He was filming in there.
Yeah.
And I'm a prisoner in there.
Oh yeah, you became an extra in that too? They was at that property in the club and shit.
Oh yeah. They did it everywhere. We was down the wall. That's on the north side.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It was in there doing some prisoner shit.
Word.
That's what's up.
I felt it's bad to say, but I felt comfortable. I know where I was at.
I heard about
True,
that movie
you
too.
know, yeah, you know how she was.
It's
That's just based off, a lot of shit in here, Pittsburgh.
definitely.
A lot of the
Majority of
scenes.
it was filmed up here.
Yeah, a lot of the scenes were in Pittsburgh. They've been using Pittsburgh for a lot of scenes.
And Dougie got that role. And he had some he was with Chris Rock and everything.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen him out there. He was taking pictures and shit.
So he definitely moving. He moving.
True.
What's that movie called again?
Mary Kingston.
American
Mary
series.
Kingston.
Yeah. I wanted, so I've been writing for a TV series and a movie.
I'll do the movie for free. Let me know.
Like,
That's what I'm into.
and I'm saying it's not going to be like a Pittsburgh hood type of movie. It's going to be like a cinematic Roku, Netflix type of thing. We got different scenes, different spots.
So you just gotta take your script and go sit down with one of them.
Exactly.
Make preparations.
Exactly.
It's life.
Exactly.
I'm in all that shit. I
Yeah.
love that shit.
That's what everybody's like them. We're like, all right, I see the wave and I see the idea. Let's do this. Like, so now I'm saying I'm trying to partner, collab with everyone that we can and do, so that we all get our work out there.
You got a free actor, you know, you got to pay me nothing. I'm a free actor. I don't get it.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what a lot of us support with what each another is good at. Like I fuck with what he's good at, and he don't even he doesn't promote it as me, but I fuck with what he does. And like when he does do it off camera, you gotta do it. He's like, I know, bro. Like you're good at shit. Like we speak about it all the time. It shit's on. Like and it.
You know, it's funny he was telling me a little bit about you because it's funny we was at the board. I was talking to him and you was talking to Real a little bit more, and I didn't really get to I got to really talk to him a little bit more. And I was like, I don't know, but he was like, yeah, he doing singing, cutting hair. I was like, he live for real. I'm about to go get a couple cuts.
So that's why I said I'm gonna have him end up cutting this shit. He's gonna end up having like a clip, them cutting, and then go on to the podcast with like a little segment and shit.
You know what's lit? You ever think about something like barbershop talk?
Yeah.
That's what we about to do.
Go
Bro.
down there.
Yeah.
I got the shop.
We about to do the barbershop.
That's
Barbershop time.
access.
Be mic'd up and shit.
You know, people in barbershop be talking about every time I was
I'm
talking,
telling
it
you,
get crazy.
It get crazy. So the episode, man, we can have that shit.
Definitely trying to get there.
I'm gonna try to do barbershop talks. I'm saying there's a couple people that have the salons, so they down to do that too. So we can have the guys and the girls in the salon, or if it's in the shop. I know the guys like to just have the shop. I know females, they're a little bit more open. So like we can have a little bit of mix of both. But I'm saying there's gonna be barbershop talks, salon talks, battle of the sexes. I'm saying people being able to rap, perform a song on the cap. There's a whole bunch of different segments. It's about these crazy. You about to be able to show what you're good at.
Definitely lit.
Instead of you just coming on here and just talking.
Yeah, show me what you do.
Yeah, we want to see what you
Yeah,
gonna do.
we can't be just talking about. There ain't no cap, you know.
No cap. We stop all the capping on this shit right here.
Be about that.
So that's exactly what we be about.
Yeah, for real.
Shop, like you said, the
Strap in. We need people. Everybody in the city, we trying to get the city lit, man.
Yeah, we most definitely trying to get the city lit. If I'm saying, if y'all are doing something, your own business, your own entrepreneur, y'all making some type of money, y'all making a hustle, y'all grind into it, then tap in. Like we most definitely gonna make sure you're heard. I'm saying, I'm getting flooded. I'm not gonna lie. I tell you all the time, I've been flooded since last year in July. Like with emails, messages, people wanting to come on, people wanting to. I'm saying, I'm just sparking it off right now. This is just to start things off. Like I'm saying, we're gonna have some females in on with us. We're gonna have these bigger groups. We're gonna have some different setups. We're gonna have a whole bunch of different things. But shit, yeah, bro, it's gonna be lit, bro. We doing some things. She definitely knows.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been acting for a little while. I was acting for a minute. I definitely got away from it though. It was that big P word, that procrastination.
Yeah, we all like.
Definitely got away from it.
So you said, how long did you do that for, though, bro? You said
I was out for long, going on for like 5 years. It was like out of middle school, like maybe like all middle school and like no, like 3rd grade all the way to about the 10th grade. When I stopped, I think, and I was up to the point where I was starting to get a little bit of paid gigs, but I'm looking for movies, more movies. I was like, everything was coming through playwrights.
yeah.
I don't want people doing these Broadways and all this stuff. Even though it's cool, it's a paycheck, ain't nothing like being on a movie series.
Hell no.
They get ponchos.
I got these people hitting me.
Right now, I don't know if you heard of them. It's called Nine. The acting, they like do casting. Yeah. Oh, I'm about to show you.
It's funny. I think I don't know.
They marketing for actors.
Yeah, I think I heard them before. I believe I did.
If you serious, bro, do it. That's a serious market. but they want to make sure that you're serious.
Yeah.
And if you ain't serious, they just gonna better. They ain't gonna just move on to the next person.
Never.
Because I'm saying they're a company of marketing and good people in if they serious. So good people can do it, but do you want to do it? You know you can make a living and a come up off of this.
You definitely will come up.
Do you want to do this? Like you want to put in this work? A lot of people don't know that time too.
It was just like I was getting all the plays, man. I want to get a blockbuster film.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Let me be out for like a couple months or a month or something.
The grind got tough after a while. I'm like, this is the only thing that's coming through. I had like a little management, but it wasn't like official management. But it was like, you know, you get them raw deals,
Yeah.
like a little 360 for a second.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like being in the rap game.
Yeah.
360 deals.
Real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel right, make their money off me, and then I'm I think I really think it's timing though. You know what I mean? You gotta be around the right people at the right time. And stuff can shake it. I mean, of course you gotta have the talent, no cap.
Right.
You have the talent, you gotta be able to show you can, you know what I mean, do this shit for real.
True.
But at the end of the day, if you're around the right people at the right time, and you got that talent, something gonna shake. You be consistent with that shit, oh yeah, no doubt. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. But it's gonna happen.
True.
For a fact. No,
Oh, it's more definitely going
no
on.
doubt.
She want me to show you. Well, she's a female stylist.
She said, show me what?
She wanna see it.
I'm gonna show.
Your last
I got you, Kayla. Don't worry, I got you. He's gonna be like, damn, he gonna notice you into it. Y'all ain't gonna have to do anything else. I know, bro, dipped on you. Bro, dipped on you. Yeah, so you probably should have been for a second. I think you know. But no, I was gonna say we spoke on like actually we hit that second question that for me speaking. So that the second question was like you know, wise decisions and pretty much like business. What wise decisions have you made pretty much in your business venture, your business move? Like, because a lot of these things that we did were trials and tribulations, pretty much. Going into it, even what you do, like trials and tribulations. I remember when we were speaking about it. Like, but what was the wise decision to actually get you into your position of work or your business? Like
So
what made you actually finalize and make it permanent that you wanted to do what you wanted to do?
Sacrifice. You had to take that chance. Like, I had to go to school. You had to learn. You had to learn your craft. You had to put in the hours, the time. You had to sacrifice the time and dedicate that shit to do. If you really want something, you gotta make time for that shit. There ain't no other way around it, honestly. You know what I mean? I just feel like you just have to sacrifice, dedicate yourself, and focus on whatever it is you're trying to do. That's the only way you're ever gonna get to the other side. You know?
So at times,
Take the risk. That's what I was gonna say. That's what Kayla said. I said take the risk.
told me.
No, it's not. You was about to go.
I was.
I was waiting for you too.
So at times when I think about business and you start getting antsy about if you want to fail or not, or if you want to succeed at what you're doing or anything. The core of what I do is not why. It's always been my why. It's why am I going to do anything? Why do I want to do this? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny. My son's name is Kimor. He's actually my why. When my stomach hurt and I gotta get up for work, or when I gotta do anything, it's like if I don't do this, this kid dependent on me ain't gonna be able to find a way back. So I gotta make this happen for him. You know what I mean? So like I said, everything I do around that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can go to a bar and be hungover. I'm taking my ass to work in the morning because I have a why. And I think that strategy just helps me. Like when I'm in my most vulnerable, weakest state of mind, and I gotta pick myself back up. I'm like, come on, Drew, snap back into this. Talk to myself, snap back into this. Why are you doing this? There's a purpose out it. I know I gotta feed him, so a lot of the business stuff that I'm doing right now, I got my Class A, my CDL. I've been driving dump trucks for it. I mean, on face value, it sounds lucrative, but it's not. It's not as much I want to as if I own my own truck and I had contracts. Then I'm like, your boy out here eating.
Right.
So even still working, people make it seem like it's okay, it's some money because it sounds good, like
Right.
$25, $30 an hour.
Mhm.
It sounds like it's great.
Right.
There's still bills, there's still support, there's still other shit that gotta take place. We got calls, we got insurance, we got shit. So at the end of the day, it's like you still working a 9 to 5 and you still robbing Peter to pay Paul. You
Yeah.
feel me? So
Sure.
it's nothing how people be thinking it. And then you got the shit you like to do for fun.
Yeah.
You go out, you build out there.
Yeah.
You might get a kid or two. You gotta make sure they good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it don't matter how much hourly you making, if you want to lose, because that money ain't residual. It may be every week, every 2 weeks. Only truly way to, you know what I mean, make your money work for you is making it residual. When I mean residual, I mean like income that makes income while you sleep.
Right.
You feel me?
Why you should we all trying to
When I turn out the lights, I'm about to stretch out
Yeah.
and go to bed, rest in peace.
Trying to still bring your beepies.
What?
Money too. Ooh, love that shit.
She said
Right.
my kids be the reason because I'm ready to say fuck it. So shit.
She on the same wave as me. That's my wife, my
You know
son.
what I'm saying? Like you wake up and think about the little ones, the kids. I'm saying I got kids too. So like I'm saying that's the reason why I keep pushing every single day. Like I'm saying I think about what I'm doing and what I need to be doing for direction or to even give them purpose. Because I'm saying they're still growing, they're still learning, and they look up to someone or they need someone to, you know, that's taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, like, as you know, you take a lot of responsibility for yours. And, like, without that, I'm saying not even for your child, I would feel like without a child being taken care of, they would be confused, they would be lost. With no direction, no guidance. And, like, you know, whoever's there for that child or around that child in that time of being raised is that person that's guiding them, you know, giving them that structure on how to be or where they should want to be. And as long as you're doing what you got to do, shit, I feel like you won't have to really worry about it. I'm saying I give you props for doing what you're doing because there's not a lot of men that hold it down, you know, for the child or the kids. And, you know, because of responsibilities and what the things that niggas want to do. Like how you mentioned, you got a hangover, you still go to work. Some niggas might call up.
Exactly.
And they just like, shit, I'll just go to work the next day, fuck it. At least I got my kid here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got to work, I don't have to take my child to daycare. Because I know some females that are like that. Like, I'm saying if they hung over, if they, so, could you hear us now? Or turn your mic up, we're gonna turn ours up. Cause I know that was all right, that, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hit that like, man, everybody that subscribe, share that. It's the Cat Podcast every Sunday.
Appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm saying, let people know, tap in too, man. This is real shit. We give inspiration and hope. We wanna hear what you guys got to say as well. Like, oh man, there needs that has to happen. There has to have some type of, I say some type of just some type of guidance, bro. There needs to be a guidance, some type of guidance. And with people wanting to, oh, I'm hungover, I don't need to go to work. Like I was saying before, I know a couple of females, they be hungover. Well, I dated a girl that was hungover and she didn't want to go to work the next day. You got a child here. You gonna wake your goofy ass the fuck up. I know that. You're not laying here. I know I'm off. You going to work. But I'm gonna take my goofy ass home too when I wake up. But when you wake up and go to work, all right, I know I'm cool. You at work. I'm out. Your child's at daycare. We cool. I don't need to worry about nothing else because I'm out. I'm off of work. What the fuck I'm just making sure you cool because I know I was with you the night before. But like I'm saying, that's the thing too. Like even me, like I'm saying, people see me drink all the damn time. Like if you don't see me on air with a bottle and drinking, then you won't. I'm saying I'm outside enjoying time with people. But like at the end of the day, I'm enjoying the little bit of time that I can because I'm saying I work and I try to make sure all responsibilities are taken care of all during the day. Like my little bit of time comes to me, and I make sure that everything is done at that time. So we gotta go to work. If you fucked up, go to work. Fuck that shit.
It's on Morant.
Yeah. So can you relate? Can you relate to the story of what happened to NBA John Morant? He has a child. He has friends he grew up with in the hood, but is a millionaire, but can't leave the past behind. Now he's suspended 50 games. Is it really 50 games now?
Yeah, he had a gun on his.
Yeah, no, I seen the gun.
It's not really from the mother.
But I see. No,
It's from
yeah, he's from the block.
the city of the kid.
He did. I don't mean shit. He said it's all for sports. Opportunities. You know, when we was growing up, we was going to shit for opportunities. It didn't matter where you came out of. But is he really spending 50 games?
Yeah, I heard too.
I heard too.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it came to 50. But when he make it out the hood, are we responsible for bringing others with us? When we make it out the hood, are we responsible for bringing others with us?
It's funny. I'm in a weird situation right now.
Oh, but that goes into a lot of situations, bro, and a lot of like I was going to say, you probably about to mention something, but I know a lot of situations that came into that question. So you want to hit that? We gonna hit bro's question off of Twitch. So
All right. Well, speaking on that, it's funny. Like I said, I grew up in a neighborhood where it was heavy violence, and like I said, I indulged in some of that stuff. Got in trouble. Did some time. I don't know if he was getting in trouble because it seemed like he had a straight path to the NBA. I can't relate to it in that way, but what I could say is there's still people that I associate myself with. I talk to them, but I keep them out of far because I got old enough to understand like this ain't the direction that I want to go in them. I don't think he's quite old enough to understand what he has in front of him, the opportunities he have in front of him that people don't even get the experience what he experienced in a lifetime to experience that, and he don't understand what it is to not have that. You know what I mean? So I think this little trying time he's going through right now, if it's 50 games, what he said, if it's 50 games, then hopefully he can recollect and be like, too much to lose.
True.
I made all these millions, now I'm trying to go backwards. Like what?
More dumb stuff.
No,
It's crazy.
that shit is crazy. No, I was gonna say this goes into today's topic of wise decisions.
Perfect.
So I'm saying if anyone or everyone that does not know or does know John Morant has been suspended for, we know, for 2 games. The man's or she, I believe it's my man's. A man said 50 games. And like that's one of those. I'm saying he looked like he was having a blast. He looked like he was lit. I wanted to be there. I was looking at the spot.
Facts.
I'm like, damn, where he at? They're like, he in the club somewhere. What club? Because that shit look lit.
Yeah, all the
Like,
videos around these days.
like niggas is in the background. It was normal, like, but then it was like, hold on, bro, you got the joint inside. who's joining? Because bro, know he's an NBA player. And wasn't we just talking about this shit for like 2 weeks? We was trying to defend this thing.
Facts.
Bro, we was defending you. We ain't see shit yet. The man just had to just display himself. Is this an old video or something, or is this new? Because that shit suddenly just popped up one night.
The best thing for him though, he definitely took accountability for his actions.
I'm
He
sure.
went on there and
I'm sure that nigga did.
Nike called him like, these sponsorships can erase from your bank account.
Yeah, you gonna lose
Just
all that
drop them
money.
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you about to throw away what I think Sean, what is it? Shannon Sharp was speaking about that shit. Bro, you're worth $500,000.
such a good player, man.
You are a great athlete. And you're throwing it away to still be connected or affiliated. Even if, but you think about it in the rap game. When niggas do get signed to their labels, they get their money. We hope they move out. You don't move out, we hope that you're okay. But if not, you move out, you end up getting yourself a crib, like you're out the way now. What now can you be worried about going or missing out on? Because that's what comes into play. A lot of people start feeling like they need that shit that they used to be around to be themselves. Or I'm saying, let me get that. Let me hit bro up. He got that pack. Hit him up. We gonna bring that pack. We gonna be smoking on that. We're gonna be smoking on somebody tonight. Like, but yet, bro, you're $500,000. The niggas are making waves, they're probably making money, but not the same amount of money.
I don't think them is your guys when they know what position you in.
Takeoff's position.
When they know what position you in, if them is your real guys, they gonna tell you, bro, this ain't the right thing to do. It's a lot of yes men around him now because of who he is and what he accomplished. But he need that one friend to put him to the side. But Jack got his dad, so this is kind of crazy to
He
me.
got his dad. That's
He got
what
his
those
pops. And it seems like his pops condone that. He more a yes man
do.
too.
We do get
His
that.
dad probably he probably bought his dad big cars and a mansion or something.
He made sure he was right.
Exactly. So some of this stuff might be cliche because like you said, he got all these yes men around him. Oh, it's cool to do this. It's cool.
His sister's even out. She's in high school playing ball.
Yep.
Like,
She coming.
oh, she's coming, and she's gonna walk right into the league just because of him and the name.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, what you got, man?
That Maroon thing. And like what Kayla said, she said facts people don't think about it until after the situation hits. He's still stuck in regular life. He won't think straight. But he's still young. A lot of these people that I even say Pat Mahomes is still young.
But you could tell he more level-headed. He ready for the moment. You could tell. It's a little different.
He's been through it.
But look, it's different too. His dad been a professional athlete his whole life, so he kind of understands. His dad was a baseball player.
So after what you said, yeah, John Morant's dad was,
John Moran's dad was working down Giant Eagles.
Yeah, he was a regular nigga.
I know Sean Jeffrey's dad.
He was a regular nigga. Shout out John Morant.
I don't want no shit smoke.
Shout out John Morant's dad too.
Facts.
But yeah, I'm saying he was a normal father, and he noticed his son probably had a golden opportunity, a ticket.
Yes.
He was a ticket, and he became a ticket.
Great ticket.
Like, and at the end of the day, that's another thing too, because all right, when did he come into the league? At a certain age that shit, we wouldn't even expect to even get certain amount of money like that. He wasn't given a rookie contract type of money. He was given money like he's gonna be on the team for a minute. They want him. His little rookie contract wasn't light at all. That shit was, he already knew he was gonna get more. He just had to show his ass.
Exactly. You went off, you got that extension.
He's been on the Grizzlies for a grip. Like, and a lot of people don't even realize that a lot of these athletes, Even Curry, that nigga's been playing for grit.
Like 12, 13 years.
Grit. That nigga's been playing with Monte Ellis, Baron Davis, nigga. That's a long time ago, bro. And that's when fucking damn near when Jordan decided on coming back and playing for the Wizards. When Baron Davis was in his fucking last 2-3 years of a fucking season. Like, right, and it's like you gotta think Curry became so great from those things that he's been around, but at the end of the day, he still had to learn and make those wise decisions, become that type of player he is now. Because you think he was going to be that person he is now, where he was before? Hell no. And he was always hurt. That was another thing. But John Morant, I'm saying I feel like this is going to give him more of an eye opener in life, being young with money.
I hope the lesson he gets taken away from that. As easy as you can get it, as easy as this shit can be taken away. If he live off that, he'll be like, I'm walking on this straight and narrow, bro.
But
I'm a
that's-
millionaire. I can do what I want
But
when I
that's the
want.
thing, though, right? Basketball, they can get drafted at an earlier age than football players.
Shit crazy.
So these niggas are young for real. We might feel like, oh, they might be up there with us in age. Fuck no.
Yeah, like 21, 22.
Jason Tatum just turned what, 25?
Man,
So 25, that nigga's bigger than all of us. And he's dropping 30 a game. Yeah, okay. He's 25? All right. I need the bread to play this nigga. I'm trying to come up. And so niggas better slide through, and I'm not letting him back me down. Like at all, bro. But no, like I most definitely feel like he's going to end up learning this lesson, John Morant. And it's probably better that this shit happened the way it did. Because I'm saying we was defending him. We were defending the point about the gun shit. No one ever seen the gun shit at all.
at least it didn't get too tragic to where he can't come back
Yeah,
from.
my man was no one seen. Come on.
I thought it was a keychain. I go,
I
little was
swear
that?
I had
That
to
shit
look.
was like,
I had to look. What the fuck is that? Like, I had to play it back.
I thought it was his son.
Yeah, no, yeah, bro. I was like, is he showing us some shit? But
The dude that how I'm like, he's serious, man.
he was turned too. Like he most definitely was turned, and that's going to be wild too because now they can do that wild ass drug screen if possible. Because they didn't do that during the
They
season.
be hitting with the breathalyzers. He coming back, big breathalyzers.
True,
Blowing the mic, bro.
true. And then I'm saying you got your. I'm saying his people was his bands from the stadium.
That's why I respect LeBron because he can be doing whatever he wants to. He just going straight and narrow. It's like he's not even human. Because we all go through our problems. We take landslides. It's like he went straight up.
That nigga, dog, he went through some shit. LeBron went through some wild
But think
shit.
about this. The monkey that was on his back, the chosen one, before he even got to NBA, and he had to live up to that. And he definitely lived up to them expectations and overexceeded expectations. So that's crazy, like.
He had to deal with his mom still,
Delonte West.
and a couple other niggas. And she was in the drug.
That's tough.
She was fucking the squad.
That's
Yeah, the
tough.
guys. And then in the drugs too.
Yeah.
And like he couldn't actually react to that shit. And he had to make a wise decision. If he reacted on that shit, you think he would have been the athlete or the star he is now?
Think about it. The LeBron effect happened with Delonte West. He homeless, walking
That
outside.
nigga is outside.
That's the LeBron effect. Think about it.
True. Once we found out that, his mom was fucking with Delonte, it was over.
He went downhill. It's the LeBron effect. Think about it.
it.
Even though he's a silent killer, he ain't killing the trap, do all this extra shit. Think about it, man.
It makes sense.
Make a lot of sense.
His
I
name-
don't want to speculate though. Hey, you wondering though. Hey, you wondering.
His name was building.
Definitely what you wondering about
They
something.
made a whole movie about that nigga's crib and had him just in there for a couple of minutes on the house party.
I see some kid filming him. He said, "You used to be on the NBA?" It's like, yeah, I used to be with LeBron in it. He was snapped out.
Yeah, true. True. Bro, Delonte, man. That's the thing, bro. He had to make a wise, like you said, he had to make a wise decision. Just like, all right, I'm not going to fuck up what's going on with my name or what I'm trying to do because a lot of people already look up to me. But since I know that this happened, I mean, It's not going down. Well, I think he played probably a few more years in Cleveland after that. Delonte probably played like 2 years after that. That was it. We didn't hear from him after that. LeBron, he played like a couple more years in Cleveland and then left. I swear, I gave him about like another 3 seasons in Cleveland after that. Delonte played 2 and then that should happen so quick.
It did happen real quick.
So quick, and we're like, damn, like, that should happen. They was playing on the same squad. But how? How did that happen? LeBron was young. That means his mom was young. Delonte's been in the league. I think Delonte was in the league for a couple of years. So I'm saying it only made sense. I'm not going to say it makes sense, but I'm saying things at that time were hard for people. And you gonna do what you gotta do to get your child in a position, in places. And I actually did respect that because a lot of people did unnecessary to try to get their child or someone to be in a position instead of, all right, let me just tap you in there, so and so. He's gonna plug you in from there. This is his name. And you go from there. We already spoke about your situation and what you're doing. And he's already down for what's going on. And that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. But no, yeah, bro. Shit. Pretty sums it up though. Like I was gonna say, I appreciate bro on Twitch with the question. Kayla with us giving us some feedback. But she said he's only like 25, 26. True, that's still he still got some going days. Who was cheesing? Oh yeah, Trippy was shit. He was turned. He was off the perky. But when it's perky days. That nigga was dead, bro. I don't know what the fuck he was on. Like nigga had the joint just holding it like and I wanted to know what song was on it too.
Galaxy was
True, they was bumping some shit, and I'm like, damn, I'm about to Shazam this. Because they was turning the club. And we had the joint in the club with Lou Sherman. Are you J.R.? That nigga J.R. Smith? No.
I wonder how he got in the club with that Sterner.
With shorts on. That nigga had shorts on. Nigga, bro had gym shorts on in the club. And the only thing he had to probably come in was a chain. I'd probably be on a t-shirt, but that nigga probably took it off. He ain't no drinker. Can't be no drinker, baby. Nigga might get high, but I won't give him no drinking. Who gave him the joint? That's what I want to know. Which one of his niggas gave him the joint to just have on? Bro? Just have his niggas on.
Some niggas that really ain't his niggas.
Hell no, bro. You are ticket. You making sure we good with the shit. How we gonna let you get suspended and lose out on money?
That's crazy.
You keeping the supplies coming through. Now since we know you a hood nigga, and everybody was already stereotyping him as that. We didn't want to label him as having the gun. We didn't want to label him as being a hood nigga. We know that that's who he was, but at the end of the day, we're not going to be judgmental because his performance, who he is on the court. That's all we know him as.
Definitely.
Like, that's just like how any of us, people are going to know us for how we present ourselves. Y'all not going to know us from behind how we present ourselves, unless we're just an open fucking book and you can flip through our pages. But no, like, bro, that it still disturbs me, but I feel like this is most definitely an eye opener, wise decision that was wrong for him to do. But this is probably a way for him to learn. Everyone has different ways to learn. I'm saying I went down. That's how I learned. I ain't gonna hold you. I went down.
Okay.
First time too, first offense. They wouldn't even let me get out. I tried every possible way. Wouldn't even let me out. House arrest. 3 court. Halfway. Program. Nothing. Wasn't with it. Because I felt like they seen what I could do and what I was capable of doing. I'm not going to hold myself down for the opportunities and things that I've been doing for a long time. kids, businesses, cribs, responsibilities we had. And that's what I've strived for always since I got out of high school. There was something about it. Like being in high school made me realize how life was. And I don't know about y'all, but what I was doing in high school was wild ass shit. I was doing shit that niggas do out here when we our age. I was getting, and I still have people ask me, females ask me, how do you consume so much and don't be cool? I'm saying, if anything, bro, I'm tired from being up. I'm tired from working. That's the only reason I'm tired. I don't be tired from drinking. I might smoke myself to sleep, but I ain't lacing myself to sleep. Like, I'm saying, that's the end of the day. Like, I'm saying, I'm making sure things is done, but I'm not going to exert energy and extra shit for things that's not necessary. Because we all have to take care of it. We all have to do what we have to do to get ourselves to where we want to be. Like, and everybody has their own issues and own struggles, own obstacles. The only thing that we can do for real, is help each other by being there, speaking to each other, and giving some type of insight or inspiration. Like a lot of females that I've spoken to, I will hold you. They watch men podcasts. They watch men speak. Because a lot of females, black, white, Hispanic, Latin, whatever they are, they don't know how men think. They don't know how men respond to certain situations. So that gives us a more open platform and, idea of how to communicate with people that don't understand. I don't care about who's here with us and who's not with us. I appreciate everyone that is here with us. Because at the end of the day, it isn't just about me. I'm saying I enjoyed and I took a lot in from what you said. Just as well as I taken a lot in from what he says, as well as Bear in the background. We all help each other, just as well as these people that DM me that's doing different work. I just got questioned by somebody on Twitter about the work that they do and what I do. But that's because they didn't understand where I'm at and where I'm at with people. I'm not trying to get with you. I'm not here trying to make a little conversation. I'm trying to help you out. Besides, I don't need to help myself out with what I'm doing here with you. I want to get what you're doing out there. Because what y'all all doing, what everyone's doing, should and needs to be seen. It isn't just about, okay, someone just putting something together. Everyone's doing it. It's a trend. No. It's about, do you really have compassion? Do you actually have genuine feeling for what you do? He cut my hair a couple of days ago. I ain't gonna hold you. So, like, that's something that he does. I wanted to do something like that from somebody I know that does do that, because I have to actually entrust them in what they do. Like, just as well as he engineers. He's gonna let a beat ride out while he's spitting some shit. But once he be like, oh, I'm feeling this shit, damn, back, let me record this shit. Boom. Now he's spitting that shit.
You got a hit.
And now we got a hit. Like, and you'd be surprised about the things that people are able to achieve from just being around the right-minded people, or people that are trying to succeed in different paths and actually succeed in greater directions as well as you. Because I'm saying we're all different paths. Every single one of us. I'm not in what you do. We might share something that we like doing, just as well as we share what we like doing. But that doesn't mean that I'm rapping. That doesn't mean I'm acting. That doesn't mean I'm engineering. I'm interested. So that's where I try to enlighten a lot of people that it's not just about us. Because think about it. How is a movie made? actors, photographers, videographers. There's a lot of shit. Rapping, same shit. There's a lot of shit. It ain't just him rapping.
It's a lot of moving pieces.
Exactly. Podcast. It ain't just me and us talking. Engineering. It ain't just him bullshitting on the computer. He got to do more shit than just bullshit on the computer. Like, there's a lot of even camera people, editing, animating, videographers, cinematographers. Like, it goes down the list. I can even go into the stylists. Like, they need to figure out what type of hair, gel, glue. I'm saying I learned from them, as well as me being with females, even nail techs. I learned more than what I've actually got done my damn self, and what I taken females done too. Because I'm saying I give a damn about my personal being just as well as they give a damn. They're trying to look good for themselves just as well as look for good for us. Just as well as we trying to look good for them and ourselves. So like I'm saying, there's a lot to this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna let you slide, but we about to end this joint. Appreciate everybody on here, man. It's the Cap Podcast. We tuning out on here. I'm saying Wisdom by Drew Podcast, Sean Legend, Willie Mills, the Cap Podcast. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share that joint. Every Sunday we logging out of here. I'm gonna play some music for a second, bro. We'll get out of here. And then we ending this joint for real. I appreciate it.
It's like that.
Yeah.
You see that?
And
Yeah, too.
hey, these are the basement joints. I'm telling you. Attic joints, you be good. It's a whole hit the wrong angle, you go live your life in this. Like good. Thanks. Yeah, man. Definitely like it all, bro. Keep pushing that shit, man. Keep that shit moving. I like what y'all doing out here, man. You want to collab whole lot.
Let's really start getting it.
You like to get some collab going on. Great.
Royalty times and all that shit. It's gonna be fun.
I believe in the vision. I see it. It's already here. It's already happening. Nice. Nice meeting, man. Good travel. Safe travel, man. Good luck with you. Everything you got to do. Oh, yes. Make it happen. All right,